Well, hello there. It's Shannon West here, and if you've been watching the Great American Stampin' Show for the past however many weeks, you'll know why I'm wearing this crown. Last week, I was the winner. Thank you so much for your votes. Here's another look at my winning card from last week, 2 weeks ago, excuse me, and you might recall, if you watched it, that we featured the water painters. So I had my heart clouds in my watercolored background there for my little bumblebee to fly around. But guess what? That round is in the past and we're moving on. It is now round 4 of season 2 of the Great American Stampin' Show, where we are featuring specific products. And this time, in this round, we are featuring designer series paper. Oh my word, could there be a better topic? I am so excited for this. And I want to show you something that's a little different, or a fun way to use designer series paper that I hope is surprising and interesting to you. So let's take a look. Here are the main items that I will be using for tonight's video. So cardstock, you can see pool party card base, a little bit of basic white, and then I am using this amazing designer series paper from the mini catalog. This is called Lighter Than Air, and I'm going to be using almost every pattern that you can see here, which is almost every pattern in the pack. Okay, then stamp sets. I've got Watercolor Melon, which is a celebration stamp set this year. I've finally put ink on it. Last day to get this is today. If you want this, I'll put the link to my online store below, and you can go there and place a $50 order and you can get this for free. Ice Cream Swirl, also from the mini catalog. And then the perennial postage dies, first time using these. These are so cool. There's so many different rectangles and squares and other cool pieces. I'm just using the one rectangle piece that you see that's missing. So I'm using maybe a smorgasbord of things today. Pool Party ink, Berry Burst, Tuxedo Black, set those close by. The Modern Novel Punch, and then for embellishing, we've got these 2 items. Okay, let's see. First things first. Now, I am going to use these designer series paper pieces, as I mentioned, and my inspiration for this came from this piece right here. It is by far my favorite piece in the pack. And I feel like I'm already having a bit of a scarcity mentality with it because it's running out because I've been using it a lot. So what I'm going to do instead, I've started thinking about all of these different patterns. I like them all, but I don't like them anywhere as much as that striped piece. So I thought, hey, is there a scenario where I could take all of these pieces and cut them up and make them look like this? So watch this. I'm so excited about this. So I'm going to take, oh, see, and that's the back side of that, which, okay, now I'm actually using that, which feels feels sad, but it's all for a good cause. I'm going to cut 2 strips of each of these patterns that I have here before me. So I've got this one's balmy blue, and then this one is, I don't know, some color of like petal pink, some variation of petal pink here. So 2 strips of each of these. In addition to all of those strips, I've got a secret ingredient. And here it is, this incredible glimmer paper. This is actually, let's see what color it is. Oh, I should look these things up before I start the video. It's Highland Heather. And I'm going to cut just 1 strip the same width. So all the strips I cut were a half an inch. And then since this is 12 inches, I'm just going to cut it in half. So I have the same size as these. Now I've got all of these pieces here, and I believe I can set my paper trimmer aside. I may need it again, so set it right there for now. And now I'm going to layer them onto my piece of basic white. so that I can create a really cool diagonal look. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to just cover this with a bit of liquid glue. Make sure the sides and the corners are most important so that they don't come up. Okay, so now I'm just going to layer these all on there in a rainbow fashion and work in the amazing glimmer paper along with it. Now, as I'm layering the designer series paper strips on here, the only thing I want to watch for is to make sure the point, okay, I've got to keep my angle correct. So the first piece is important to make sure I'm laying down the right angle, but then this point right there needs to match up with the end of that card or go beyond it. So I'd really be safer if I moved it a little bit out that way. Now I've got adhesive on that, so that could be problematic. But anyway, hopefully you get the idea. So this point needs to be far enough up that it's covering the card that way. Okay, it's covered now. I have one tiny little piece here, so I'm just going to add a little bit of extra glue there because there wasn't enough. And then, see, I've got this big long strip, but I'm just going to trim off this other green one first rather than using that. So I'm not using a whole big strip. Then maybe I can use it on another card. That's really conserving. That's smart. Okay, so now my piece is covered, and I forgot to mention that this piece is good for a card front, so it's 3 1/4 by 5, and so it's going to go right on my card front. But I've got to trim now. Next step, trim all of those off, so I'll have tons of little pieces that I can use for another project. This beautiful piece is finished. Oh my word, doesn't that look amazing? Is that secret ingredient the best or what? Okay, so I'm going to stick this down with some dimensionals on my pool party card front. And then move on to the next step. So I've got this. This is the hot dog style card because it's tall and skinny. There we go. And now before I move on, I'm going to take this piece that I've cut before. This is a regular card width, 4 1/4, and then it's 2 1/2 inches wide. And I'm just going to take my, well, I'm going to put this piece here so I know how far up to do the glue. But I'm just going to take my liquid glue and put a tiny little ribbon all the way around the bottom and the sides here for this piece. Now I could, no, I couldn't actually. I could have left a flap over here and folded it over, but this is just as easy. And the liquid glue, gosh, nothing gets away when you use the liquid glue. So I know this is going to stick really well. So I'm just making a little pouch here at the bottom. So that'll dry, and then I'm going to tuck a gift card right in there. So let's see, and I've got this piece here. I could put it down with dimensionals, but I think I'll just put some seal on it and call it good. Whoops, there we go. Okay, now we're ready to move on to the focal point of the card. I really hope you're liking this so far. I loved getting your votes last time and would love your vote again this time. So after you've watched this video, make sure to go watch my competitors and vote for the one that you like best. I haven't seen theirs yet. That's normal. We never see each other's until we launch in the Great American Stampin' Show, but so that's one of my favorite parts. Let's see, I'm gonna put this over here. But so I'm interested to see their cards, and I hope you vote for the one that you like very best. We sure love making this for all of you. Okay, so that I'm now making watermelon with Pool Party and Berry Burst. You might be saying, good heavens, why would you make watermelon out of such a weird color scheme? maybe it's not that weird, but it wasn't my first thought. Well, of course, the reason I did it is because this is the color scheme of the designer series paper, so I wanted it to match. And I think it looks kind of amazing. So, you know, turns out Berry Burst and Pool Party can make a really cool watermelon. And then I need to put those seeds in there. So this stamp set has little watermelon seeds. I'm just going to do 6 per slice. I'm imagining as this is just like, I don't know, a slice going all the way across the watermelon. Maybe I've never seen an actual watermelon slice that big. I don't know. Might be a half of a watermelon. But anyway, it's looking kind of like a side view, so you can see that. The stamping is finished. Now it's time to use my modern oval punch to punch these halves out. Whoops, but I got to do it like this. So I'm going to just do that one there, and then I'll trim that top piece off and then flip that around. Now you're seeing why I stamped the way I did, so that I could easily punch those pieces out. And now I'm just going to trim across the top. Boy, we are really cruising along here. I've got my perennial postage piece now, and we aren't finished with the stamping. Duh! We've got to have a greeting. So here we go. Hope your day is sweet. And I'll just stamp this kind of in the upper left corner. I needed to supplement with this stamp set from the Ice Cream Swirl stamp, from the Ice Cream Swirl stamp set right here. Hope your day is sweet. Because the watercolor melon set doesn't have any greetings in it. So I had to just get a greeting from somewhere else. And I thought this was perfect. I was imagining a birthday card, but, and I think it still could be a birthday card. So at first I was thinking, oh, I'm going to do birthday. But anyway, then I thought, no, you know what? I'm going to do Hope Your Day is Sweet, because that seems to go perfectly with the watermelons. Okay, a few more dimensionals here, and this one needs to be chopped. Let's see, stick that there. And then I'm going to just stick these on the card right about, stick this. It's just a single thing. Right there's a good spot. Maybe I'll do right up here. Okay, and then the watermelons are going to go right by that. So this one I'll kind of slant down this way a little bit. And then maybe a dimensional on this one. Well, shoot, I should have watched where I placed that. That probably will work. Let's see. Okay, so layering those on top of each other like so. Time to embellish. Where is my beautiful silver and white ribbon? Oh, I love this ribbon. It was in the last mini catalog, and then it rolled over to being an online exclusive. So that's pretty cool that I didn't have to say goodbye to it, because look at it, it's just incredible. Okay, so, and with all the colors on this, I didn't want to use a colored ribbon. It just seemed like it would be too much. So white ribbon, a little bit of silver. I didn't have any plain white. This was the only white ribbon I had, so I had to go for it. So does it compete with my secret ingredient, the glimmer paper? I don't know. You be the judge. I guess I think there's room enough for 2 kinds of sparkle on a card. Okay, there we go. Oh, beautiful. And our last finishing touch, some of these little dots. And I'm thinking, let's go with fresh freesia up here. So I'll just kind of layer those around. Where's my take your pick tool? I've got it here somewhere. There we go. And I am finished. Woo! Round 4 in the books again. So what do you think? Just a fun way to use DSP, not just with the diagonal stripe. Does it look like my inspiration piece? I think it looks pretty close. Plus, got some watermelon on there and used this piece in here. Oh, I forgot to grab a gift card. Hold on a second. All right, I found a gift card. Let's test and see. Found myself a Swig gift card that I got for Christmas. It's dying to be used. I should use it very soon, or maybe I will gift it out to someone else. Does it fit here? It certainly does. It fits perfectly. This piece is not coming off the card, and I still have all this space to write a birthday note. I might need to get a birthday gift card, but hey, it is what it is. And also, I know Brandy loves the swig too, so I'm going to make her a little jealous. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope you enjoy the other videos, and I hope you vote for your favorite one. Thanks for being part of the Great American Stampin' Show, and we will see you again in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.